Topics all around the
Alright, well, are the technical man got to start out that, no?
Yeah, master control, you know what I mean? You look like only you want to hear what them, you know.
good.
Let me know if I could hear anything, people. I don't know if we have to restart the show or what.
Yeah, I don't know. That's down to the technical side.
Yeah, mic test 1 3. Make sure you go hear me. Alan Pan Real Entertainment TV. Mic test 1 3.
Yeah, I hear him volume. Near your volume. What Richard said there?
I can't hear anything, or is it me?
What Richard said? Can me get volume or no?
Let me check the comments again.
Are you hearing the show?
He said we good now. Good to go. Good to go. We good to go. Anyway, let me restart by what I'm saying. Let me restart with what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I just want to say special good evening or good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. You know what I mean? This is Real Entertainment Network featuring the Topiks, the Mele edition. This is like a this is like a the 90s. We're trying back and we're coming forward also. This is the Mele edition. And when I say Mele, you know what I mean? I talking about knickerbocker and popcorn shot. Yeah, that's how far. That's how far. That's how. I wouldn't say far back. I would say vintage. We're gonna be tonight too. You check it out. Maybe I might be vintage like Sazam Hall. Yeah, so like everything so good to go now. So Alan, what you were saying now?
Yeah, what I was saying was the other day I was walking my dog and I was told that there is some discomfort with what it is we're doing. You understand? Maybe they want us to be a little more politically correct Some of them say it's only on Real Talk um, network I appear and well, you supposed to know me like who like me. So them I want me on the show. I come on and talk. Banky does want me on the show, me come on and talk. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the major things about me coming on and talk, if you want, try to tell me this is what we're talking about. Well then we can't come on and talk. Cause we got to come on and talk everything and we got to talk it straight. So for anybody who have any discomfort, bye, it gonna be rough. It gonna be rough enough up on you. Your belly gonna hurt you every Tuesday around 8 o'clock. If I say you go.
So
But
they
I
like the basic
mean,
what they telling you in a nutshell, like only one show you go and something like what they trying to do, produce some sort of control.
well, yeah, some kind of control. Because really and truly, I was hearing that we was going to get some kind of blast, but I didn't hear nothing. And you see, as I tell you, me not even sure you nothing.
Mm.
Because me just a wait and me a watch it tired, but me not see nothing now go on.
About blast about what? You understand me? Any publicity is good publicity right now.
Well, bye, Jason. That was the next thing, because you just got to be conscious of who you're dealing with. Because you might
But
blast and you might blast and when you send all of the blast, then you just clean up who be your blast
well,
and you want to know what's going on and things coming back.
let us blast this first before we get too derogative. It's all about Shots Bar family. Family Shots Bar. You know what I mean? It's no Bon Appetit. You know what I mean? You have some great food there. You know what I mean? Share your experience, Mr. Powell. Let me put that on
Um,
blast.
well, I went down by the bar and I had some quesadillas. I had chicken quesadilla. I had salmon quesadilla. The boss got fish on the menu now. You know what have you done get Phoebe? Who tell he need to get some fish on the menu.
Mm,
Um, if you get the burger them too. So me not get no burger. But I
okay.
end up get I end up get some wings and fries and everything going on good.
Mm,
Yeah, I like the new changes. Fresh, hot food. You check it out all the time. You go order and it look like the menu changing daily too.
yeah, man. That's wonderful. And I hope you're doing business with our local businesses who are planting food like people like Paris Leafy Greens, you know what I mean? Yeah. You gotta big
Yeah,
up Paris. Mm-hmm.
I hope you getting some. And let we not leave this without talking because I mean one of the top. I mean not one of the top. The top political, the top public officer in Nevis went down to the bar. You see the picture?
Who the top public officer? When being social media officer,
Yes. Yeah. Well, he's a social media officer too.
oh,
Yeah, but
oh,
and watch it. I
mm-hmm.
gonna give him props. I gonna give him props. You understand?
Of
The
course,
man, the man, we make the bar. Of course, is in the center of town. You know
of
what I'm saying?
course, a
It is
different
good that,
face.
yeah, man. So it's good that he come to and show his face. It will be good if next time he go walk with the posse. But
Yeah.
it's nice that he come to and show his face. He
Huh?
shouldn't just be.
Wait. Me not hear this. Me not hear it. Let me shake off this up on my headphone. How you said that go again? Me listen to everything, eh?
No, just buy a drink. Just buy a drink. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And I'm not even say I run. You see, I'm not even say I run. You know what I mean? If you want to with the bodyguard or whatever, that a he. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like it would have been a good look if you come in and you buy a beverage to support the thing. You know what I mean? Don't just come in and say brand new hotspot opening up. Come in and contribute.
But
the
based on
economy
the,
being boosted and so, you know what I mean?
but,
Try out the
but,
dishes in the
but
place.
hold on, no. But hold on, no. Based on the comments what I'm seeing, you know what I mean? I seen people say the place is lovely, you know what I mean? Like, has the other ministers been there? Based on the comments that I'm seeing, and not
Well,
what you know of.
not what not I think Cleo passed through. Outside of that man about nobody else.
Because it sound
Outside
like
of that
Mr.
man.
Brand passed you too. You answer me say lovely and that stuff. They say make me wondering. I hope he not say lovely based on the comments, you know. Because some people they go say, yeah, he good look good, you know what I mean? And they never reach in, they never step foot in the arena yet, you know. But
But I just saying is in the middle of town. You
yeah,
got to. You got to know what's going
you,
on there. You could see everything from there, you know, the courthouse, the bank. You could see way down a first Caribbean, nearly.
mm-hmm.
You check it out. Yeah, man, vital place, heart of
Good
town,
night, Iona.
and make it worse. You see, and Vision man doing a thing and make it worse is like, as I say, he revamp because you don't know if I'm like in the 90s and in the early 2000s, really and truly that was like an ice cream parlor. But now,
Mm-hmm.
but now, you know, the man invests. You see a
Yeah,
kitchen. You see,
growth.
man, boy, watch out. AC kicking to this afternoon. We don't know. Me I say, bye. Next time we might get to walk in a hoodie. Don't the cold in
What you
here.
saying?
Yeah, yeah,
At least
man.
we
Good
know women.
vibes.
At least we know women are band leaders, though.
But Jason, when you got a good woman in your life, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
good thing.
called growth. A
Yeah,
woman with vision also.
yeah. You check it out.
Yeah, I'm willing to support you and make sure you behind you. When you're going 100%, she's behind you 150.
Well,
I love that. You know what I mean?
well,
Shatan, whatever you're doing, keep it going, man. You know what I mean? When I reach, you know what I mean? I'm supposed to be enjoying my meal because when I called Alan the other day while he was eating, I said, "Bye, eat, just eat. True, I gonna swallow."
yeah, man. And went back down there again today. Down there you had what? Some shrimp, garlic shrimp, and some
Mm,
mashed green banana and thing. You know what I'm saying? Some steamed
mm.
veggie and yeah, vibes, man. The,
Wow, a grudge.
and you see at the same time, it's not like you can't get, as me say, like the burger, the hot dog, everything is really like everything expanded. There's more options really and truly, and right in the heart of town. So,
I love it.
what do you? Yeah, man.
I love it. So what's up with Richard? We need to talk to you one of these times, man. You know what I mean? Let me see how the traffic running. You know, you check it out because if Alan getting some sort of response, you know what I mean? That means the show is being active and doing what it's supposed to do, you know? And that is called reach. You know what I mean? And maybe some people might reach in their feelings and start to bleach. So the bleaching reach. So Richard, Leafy Greens, big up yourself. You don't know everything go. Yeah, man. I wanna try your stuff them too, but you know I'm currently far away, so I hope I can send my kids pick up something and just get a little money. You know what I mean? Yeah, I
Right now,
think they're in Rams and all that stuff there.
yeah, man. Right now, I got a little time off of it, though. You know what I mean? You're
Mm,
doing a little revamping right now, so got a little time off of the farm. Yeah, just a little
okay.
clean up, man, I do and set up again. Or come again.
You gotta do what you have to do, of course. You know what I mean?
But
And that help builds the consistency.
but what happened to now is a good time to catch him. You got time. You check. So as you say, reach out to reach out. If the real talk one in on the show, now is the time. Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
little more
if the entertainment
flexibility.
network want him on the show, you know what I mean? Because you know what I mean, I feel like we're lacking a lot of plugins, you know. And we deal with a lot of support for support. So if anybody, you know what I mean, if you're a young entrepreneur, you know what I mean, doing your thing, you know, feel free to inbox me, Alan. You know what I mean? And we will give you a big up from time to time. You know? Me ain't begging. You check it out? So if you want to give a donation, you check Alan if you want to give Alan a donation towards the Real Entertainment Network, you know. But Alan is the man and the gun. Don't deal with the finances. Yeah, as far as me know.
If I give me any donation just now, I'm going to forward it on to the relevant authorities so that they could spend it on whatever equipment it is they feel like is necessary.
Yeah, and it's called expanding, you know. Ain't about supporting our habits. It's about expanding, you know what I mean, the network, sink its nevis, you know, and produce the content what we're supposed to produce, raw and real. Yeah, man.
So Jason, as you talk about content, right?
Yes.
I ain't fucking around, you know. We're gonna get into something because this is my last week of, you know, a wonderful life. So you're gonna let me get to my wonderful life a little early tonight. After this, and we wanna go late, we could go late, but this week is a wonderful life still. So what I wanna talk about is I see, because you don't know, you had the thing on Facebook, the post from Sam Kings.
Yes.
Talking about he's gonna form a new political party. Well, what I want to tell you is I saw Mr. Keynes this afternoon.
Yes.
And so I said, good afternoon, Mr. Keynes. Should I be congratulating you? Should I be offering you congratulations? Or should I be like boosting you up? What's the stance? And he said, bye, he really think that he gonna be celebrating shortly.
Wow.
You check it out. So what you think about this new Sam Keynes party story?
Let me say this first. First, when I see people saying, I check on Facebook, check on social media, see people, he have mixed view. But my thing is like, yo, you know what I mean? If a man willing to come in an instant to try and make a change, so be it, King. You check it out. I am all for all of that, because if you see how the thing are go left and right, you know what I mean? There is no plum in the middle. So somebody got to be the plum in the middle. All you got to do, when the ball start to fire, you have to dodge the ball. It's either you dodge the ball or catch it and back it back. Because I think it's already has plum in the middle going on. When I say plum in the middle, 3 parties.
Yeah.
Right? It's about time. Yes, no, I hear people saying, oh, you need a third party. You know what I mean? Because maybe that would help amp up the qualities we need from both parties where we have already existed. You know what I mean? So if Sam Keynes is a threat to them right now, it's time for them to pull up their socks.
Okay. Well,
so
listen.
It is a good thing.
You just give me a lot of things that I need to unpack, right? A lot of things. Okay. First of all, with regards to a third party, this is just my observation, and I could be wrong. Okay? The reason why I feel like there is a need for a third party is because when I look at the parties in Nevis, I see conservative politics. You check it out. I see people who want to keep things within the status quo and be very traditional. You understand? I don't see like a lot of liberal stuff and allowing like the society to choose what it is you want. So from a philosophical standpoint, when you see CCM just banging NRP over the head, pow, pow, all the fucking time, what I see is that whatever is CCM farmer conservatism seem to be preferred. But what I would like to see is possibly if there is a philosophy with some liberal views to go in there and then challenge that philosophy. So you could kind of see a clear identity and say, this party is upholding these values. And when I look
Yes.
at the values what I have as a man, I could work with what these man here saying. You check? Whereas
Mm-hmm.
now you look at the different philosophy of the other one and you say, well, bye, I'm more leaning to what them man saying, and I feel like that would have been helpful and it would have provided another kind of option to the people rather than we just, as me I say, we just a bounce around. Cause in SK is the same thing. We just bouncing
Yeah.
around between conservative old people. So they get in there and I can deal with just a little thing. I know the premier feel like but okay. So we're dealing with people who just wanna keep things how we there.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Mm-hmm.
ain't looking for no movement and no transition to how it is man feel like how this thing's supposed to be. And that's how come now you find there is a frustration with young people because we just watching this thing and he's like, so I just want to keep this thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we not in this keep this thing, yeah. We want to move forward and me just feel like that. With regards to the new party, that's why I would feel so. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing. No, with regards to Mr. Keynes, anybody coming forward, um, when I spoke to the premier, clearly he said anybody could contribute. I would have heard numerous people within CCM. They're inspired by the premier because he said anybody could come forward. You just got to. Van Samuel famously went on the podium and said, "You ain't got to get a degree. You only got to love fucking neighbors and want to contribute and have something to contribute. The only thing what will stop you from participating in politics is the fucking constitution." You check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Constitution going to say like if you have allegiance to a foreign power and these type of things like with Dougie. Like when them man tried to get him when they did get him through the parliament. These is the kind of things. But there is no scenario where nobody's supposed to just buy a can do it. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you I mean, I would watch a man and tell him that if I was you, I wouldn't do it. But I wouldn't tell you you can't do it.
True.
You see what I'm saying? There's a
Of
possibility.
course. Definitely.
No, no. To the grander scheme of whether or not because me not really it would be a good thing. I think diversity and options is a good thing. But what me really been want you like answer is if you feel like this is real. And why I say if this is real, we had a situation recently where you would have see Andy Libert and some other guys. Um and they would have done some media and they would have said they're coming out with a party. I don't hear murmurings about this people gonna start a party. This people gonna start a party. For my part, this got to be fucking bullshit. You know? And this is bullshit because you're gonna start off by saying you got three candidates to go to war. To go to war. You like my issue with this is right,
Yeah.
CCM ain't outstanding, but you're gonna got to be some kind of organized, you know? So when you're coming with some kind of peace story to go make change, this is how come like I'm listening to NRP campaign last year and for the federal election. And this is a local election campaign. How you gonna do all of them things left on the opposition bench? So they gaining there with a peace thing to tell you about these wonderful changes they're going to make. How? This is not real. At least it does not inspire me with confidence that is gonna be anything because the number one thing where you got to come with to talk about you're going to win an election in news is be organized. Just be fucking
But
organized.
it's either two things, you know. It's either two things, you know, during this within last year and this year. You know, it's either you come extra stupid politically, you just come politically inclined. That's all. That's all I could say. You just get more stupid politically and continue to swallow a lot of bullshit. You know what I mean? I just come politically inclined. Like for last year alone, you know what I mean? My enhancement went up by 28%.
Yeah. I just.
But I said that to say this. I see somebody made a huge post about it, and this is the topics. I gonna call name. Yes, I gonna call name because this particular person said they're gonna be running. They're gonna be running as a candidate for a party, but they didn't say what party. Who are they gonna just be running independent? You know what I mean? That person was Sazam.
That's all. Yeah, that's more like a Sazam.
Yeah, you know, so like he made a long statement, you know what I mean, saying whatever, you know what I mean? Like I don't even read it because like you don't make no sense because like you telling us you're gonna be partaking in whatever election. Election don't come and gone and like, you know what I mean? What is your position, brother? What is your position no, brother? You know what I mean? Because if it's for eulogy purposes, you know what I mean, you do great, you know what I mean? Yeah. But right now, it's action we need to see. You check it out? It's action we need to see. Because if you on social media talking, you're just as bad as, you know what I mean, the Facebook officer. You check it out, look in the left click, look in the junk of likes. You check it out.
Well, okay. You see, okay, the thing with Sazam is like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's very similar to the Sam Kane's thing. If Reese tell me he can go on election, how? You go be in Davis, Zam de Anguilla. You can't. You got to at least be here. That's one of the qualifications. How you on campaign?
But you see what I'm saying? So based on whatever he said, everything just null and void. So he ain't worth the read for me. That's just me. He ain't worth the read.
Well, what was he saying? Was he giving his opinion on what was taking place, or was he still trying to say that he's gonna be a part of it? Because if he's giving his opinion, I think he still could give his opinion.
Of course, he can give his opinion. It is always been his opinion. You check it out. But I'm looking at the standpoint where you maybe had my hopes up too. I was looking forward for you too. So like, if a man going to give it a try, you understand me? Like your opinion is unnecessary right now because you made a statement and you didn't fulfill or whatever. What we waiting for 2028?
No, maybe you want a local election.
Oh, you try to grab a local? You better try to grab some local palimango. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
But watch it. Me take serious things serious, eh? And like, okay, you can't like force your way into a party. You could run an election. Because it's only must $200 or some kind of thing you're going to pay. And you ain't going to get back your deposit. Because you ain't going to get the votes. But you could run for election. Eh? Zam qualified to run for election. Eh? I qualified to run for election. You got all kind of people, you just got to pay your money. St. Lucia had election Monday. And two of the people who was in the government run independent, you know. You could do as you feel. You know got to do it. So he not disqualified, you know. But from he was saying he was gonna run with the NRP. No, this is a very particular thing now. Cause you ain't going to just force yourself to go run for a party. There are particular processes. And even when you got to, even if you're not talking about the processes, Zam right now he ain't living in this. So this is just talking about talking. We're not even that.
Yeah.
It's just yourself about
Just
that.
bear in mind, people, you know what I mean? If you're making an opinion on Facebook and you get 40, 50 likes, they ain't votes, okay? We wish there were votes from time to time. But when the cookie crumble, you know what I mean, and reality hit, you realize we're really soaking. You know what I mean? You gotta get on the grounds, man. When the mango drop off the tree upon the ground you reach, you know. It's up to you, pick it up or not. Just saying. Take it away.
But what else happened this week, boy?
But
I
I
don't.
see this article about a pastor. Allegedly, there was a pastor who was doing some fraudulent things in Jesus' name. You
Who
know?
passed that? Who passed that? No. You need to tell me who the pastor is. In a Navy sign, I think.
Well,
Which
well,
which church?
well. It
Which
looked
church?
like I ain't familiar with the church or anything, but it looked like he went Sinkits, pull off one, and come Nevis and pull it right off. So I'm not sure. You know what I mean? That the latest thing me hear recently.
Well, you come to me with incomplete story. When you got the full story, then you go check me back with the full
Well,
story. You
well, it
understand?
seems
But
like
you don't
it's
have a full
boy,
story.
boy, hear this man. What? Father God, you know, say his own news. Tanya Jammy, Tanya, you have to be skeptical about a lot of things because remember, share in front worse than share behind. You know what I mean? When you hear about the share in front, you know something you gotta really study what behind there, you know. You check it out. Tanya expose me. Alan, there were once a principal in a Nevis. I guess the alleged pastor was a principal in Nevis.
Village pastor.
I
Well,
was a
yeah, but
principal.
watch out. Regardless of what you tell me, right? I ain't coming to me with no principles, you know. Who was defrauded? Of what amount? You understand? In what way was this done? I ain't not come to me with no
But hold on, no,
principles.
hold on, no. See, that's why I that's why I like to interact with the commenters, you know, with the people in the comments, you know. You know what I mean? Because I go feed me more too. Because I gotta be part. I is my part of the show. You know, you all are like family. You know, is the pastor at Jeffers? Yeah. Is the pastor at Jeffers? Yeah. Let me know. Is the pastor at Jeffers? Just let me know if the pastor is at Jeffers, yeah, and I'll clear it up. I'm just looking for clarity on that, yeah. You know, we be talking a lot of things tonight, you know what I mean? That's why we say tonight is all about the melee, yeah. You know, so Tanya, could you just fill up the inbox section with the information, yeah?
Yeah, but me out until me go get details on. I need details to be able to contribute to this story because I just have questions.
Alan, the school was once in Barry building them say. Alan, the school
What a building Jeffers?
principal.
Me no know.
Oh,
Listen, listen,
that's
listen
the
and let me
code.
talk.
Listen,
Listen and let,
you ain't feeling the code.
listen.
Oh,
No,
the
no,
learning formula.
no. See, but that's the problem though. I do not know what you are speaking of. It's
Oh,
just codes. So I don't know. What am I supposed to do?
But if the Christian them a thief money for one another, God a laugh. No say you go. That not what they say. The thief and thief God smile or something so.
Listen, I don't know what the Christians say. You know, the Christians will say whatever it is necessary to make them feel good. Whenever it is necessary. That appears to be what the Christians says. I don't know.
But story high, Alan. You know what I mean? How you not get a piece of the story there? Story high, Alan. Come on.
I was not defrauded.
Yeah, but
Jason,
you undergrounds. You undergrounds.
I am aware of this. But there is no pastor who will catch me.
I understand that. Alan, this me last in. Did you thief correct from bad community center at one time and jump and run to the center of them house?
Did I thief something from which bad?
No, you gotta read between the line. Alan, this me last hint. Them thief correct from bad community center at one time. A job card run from the center to the house.
Okay. I feel it.
So
I feel it.
that's for you, so you know about that.
Listen.
Uh-huh.
This my last time saying this. I ain't come here for no fucking hints and no breadcrumbs and no follow this trail, you know. I talking straight like fuck. When I done talk, I got backative. You check it out, so I understand what is this. I can't do nothing with that. You check.
What? Somebody say, Alan, you not so real after all.
Fake motherfucker. Fake motherfucker. It happened.
So Alan, well, based on what Tanya said just a while ago in the comments, right? So you know of any person who ran a job card from the BAT center to their house?
No.
No?
Listen, Jason. I do not play fucking mind games and tricks.
But me just ask if you know.
Hold on and listen and hear what the fuck I telling you. If it's me on the job card from BAT to the thing, say it's fucking Alan. I don't fucking know. I do not know. Listen, and you remember to, you know, maybe this is the wrong thing for me. I mean, really, you know, this story thing. Story, you know, really catch me. Me more prefer laugh after something more just happen right there.
But anyhow, you know what I mean? That was just a light moment because tonight is the melee edition, Jay. So we just punching on by everything, you know? I see this is Culturama weekend. I hope you guys having a good Culturama. Yeah, Culturama fever taking over the land. So what are you doing tonight for Culturama, Alan?
Remember, well, let me let you know what's taking place. As you say, you know,
yes.
So you know, the more Culturama to Independence weekend.
Well, you know, like you know how we do it. You know how we do it. Like, yo, hey, even if you don't got, you know, this is the time of Culturama. So what you would have been doing if this was Culturama, you know? Because CPL gon' keep regardless of what.
I don't fuck with Culturama, no, personally. I don't fuck with Culturama. Listen, Culturama, Tony. I can tell you when and we don't talk about this. I used to go Culturama. Good all the time. And then I realized at a certain period in time, he had some people like they just stopped go Culturama. You check? Because that Culturama there wasn't good enough. But then I realized that they start over Culturama because Culturama get good enough again. So I say, well, Culturama is a politics thing. I ain't fucking with Culturama. So I don't participate. I prefer the private people shit. And I know you're keeping fucking something. And I want to support you whether or not, but I ain't going to no fucking political shit. Fuck that. From my
But
personal.
when but once the culture get political, you don't know you're bound for a free ticket.
And no, I mean, what fuck free ticket? Free what? I am not on the free tea. I make it was no. I mean, the premier is like very business with the culture am right now, you check. So if even if you want to go down in the village, you can't just like you don't know before time man could have bone song in the village
Yeah.
anytime after show. No, and just walk in. No, right now, just to enter the village is a cost. And sometimes you only want to go in the village, you go buy a chicken or come back out. Well, I'm back
That's true.
home. You just
That's
being
true.
hungry, but not even that out. So, and I really on the scheme.
So
Like
the boots and so are the boots and being wasted right now? Like, you know what I mean? They couldn't open man got a little high five in there. Just
well,
normal, you know what I mean?
by me not really know if they qualify, but the prime minister been said that them have been waive the rent pan commercial things for them thing for. I wonder if them been apply. Is only down pan the pier. But he been waive the rent for them and also I mean I really know if they go pay.
Okay. Okay. And next thing too, what about what happening down to what happening down to the sea? I allegedly heard that there's some stuff not working because of the vaccine and all that stuff there. Like a particular department, you know what I mean? Like the auto department, is it the whole auto department?
Um yeah, well maybe here that part there, the mechanic and them are not in the building. But as we're talking about that, right?
Yeah.
No, answer something. I feel like the government needs to start to get comfortable with the fact that sometimes rain does fall. You check, and when rain a fall, you can't just not come and tell everybody fucking weather be that day, you know, and wait until fucking sun start to shine on. You can't tell Abby, well, the rain only a fall there, but Abby supposed to be happy that in a flood. Tell Abby, rain a fucking fall. Um, the, the government ain't coming and telling us when bad things happen. Things that would disappoint you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because it's close to when I don't know if it's because it's close to when election coming, you check, whatever. But for example, we watching TDC. Um, when you look at what the fuck the premier I get with, right? And the fucking prime minister too. Check this out. They're encouraging small businesses and they're encouraging businesses in general. Go out, get your staff vaccinated. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They will even say if they have to make it mandatory, they understand why. That is a reasonable thing. You hear any of them gone out and tell the government workers and them that they got to get fucking vaccinated? But then coming around and want to tell all the businesses and them what to fucking do and encouraging them to do the same. So, Jason, if me I tell you, by marriage is a good thing, yeah, Jason, but you should go and do the fuck. And you just see me and me, I champagning and campaigning, I whoring and touring, but me I tell you, Jason, by marriage is a good thing, and me I tell you about the benefits of marriage and so. I mean, nah, go get married. What the fuck is going on? That could make fucking sense.
Gonna hear.
So, and that's what me I say. You can be out here and you can tell people, by Ray, this is what we are doing. And then they got this next thing too. They like to wait and say, okay, okay. Them man do it in a St. Lucia. They do it in a St. Lucia. I think I do it too. I think I do it too. Look there, France, big country like a France. They can make a definitive thing and say, okay, let me put it to you this way. The final way. I had a
They're not
conversation with
independent.
my grandmother just before I can go vote the first time, right? We done by she and she asking me, but who you going to vote for? And I there and again she the normal bullshit and telling she go how, your vote supposed to be secret and nobody supposed to know who you vote for. I mean my mother watch me in my face and tell me about big man this and me and yeah. And watch here, you ain't in no neutral shit. So pick a fucking gear and let me know what going on. But it's me and you. You see what me I say? Imagine you is a young man, you're 18 and you're done now, but you got to pick a gear. And you make choices sometimes. You fuck yourself. You sometimes you make a choice and you say, okay, this was positive. And from both interactions, you learn. But you got to
Of
make
course.
ultimately you got to make a fucking decision. And your decision can't be to tell everybody, but I think you should do this. And I understand if you want to do this. And then when you're looking at you yourself, but you're not forcing people to take the vaccine and then go and do things and say like, bye, we can ensure government workers that they're gonna get paid every month, you know? You know what I mean? The country ain't home and they need to take the vaccine. How, what kind of leader you deal with? We just have opinions on everything. But can't come and say, unless, unless it's something where like everybody gonna be happy, he just can't come and say, yo, we're gonna go do this. And I might like it, but this is the shit. Because this is the best for the country. And happen to understand that if it's not the best for the country, then you won't deal with that backlash too. But
Yeah.
decisions are necessary. How the fuck you gonna be in neutral all the time? This man going on like I said, Nevis ain't gonna hell yeah. How you driving in fucking Nevis and it's only flatline you gonna make? So what happened when you're Ireland?
True.
First of all, from you that tongue, you're the under sea level, no? So anywhere you wanna go, you got to get out the gear. And we just in this neutral thing, but we leading. Something I don't know. That was my shot.
Maybe look like we feel like we leading, but we just being dragged along because we in coursing because you basically say we ain't moving, we in neutral. So is wherever this and that is wherever these islands pull go. You understand me? We're not gonna choice but to just follow because we're being pulled into whatever.
And as Habitat CPL is coming up, okay? Now, this is just once again, this is my observation. The government is telling me, trust them. They're gonna do a wonderful job. They have an excellent plan. You understand? 98% of the people vaccinated. They're gonna be in a bubble by themselves. They ain't gonna got no communication with nobody. This is what they're telling me. Okay? The only fucking question I am asking is, we have the same thing from before. And yet still, we had a breach that resulted in us going from 45 cases to we heading towards 600 now. Now, I understand that you're telling me to trust you and I ain't saying no straight off the bat. But I am faced with the evidence of that breach, and that's a recent breach. And we hearing the leader of the opposition asking for investigation. into how that they happen, and you ain't hearing nothing from the government side.
But
Checking
then about the
about
rest of
how,
them.
and think about this, a breach which lead to you, as I said, going from 45 to nearly 600 now. You are not interested in an investigation into how that they come about. All right, cool. What I'm saying is that happened. That was one person. When you look at the West Indies cricket team, ladies and gentlemen who are listening, they got fucking money. They got money. They look good. They want to fuck. These are fucking facts. You are trying to convince me they're gonna be in escape for the length of time there. They ain't gonna seek no companionship. No, we watch the NBA and the NBA had the bubble. The NBA fucking security team is like ex fucking FBI and ex CIA and ex this and that. They're spending fucking money and bitches still reaching. Fucking still happen. So, are you telling me about how this bubble is so wonderful and all this shit? I'm just saying possibilities exist. And hopefully this thing goes smoothly. But we just watch Australia versus West Indies, and a player get covered. Not a player. It wasn't anybody. It was one of the West Indies staff. Game had to get postponed. We taking a gamble. No, it's a gamble we should take, but without doing a fucking investigation and finding out what was the fucking problem in the start. We going into this gamble here. We should have really tried to button up that day, you know. We need to understand what is taking place, because the level of exposure, as me say, this is 100 and something man going down. They want to fuck. They
Of course
got
they don't
money to
want pussy.
spend. The bubble must get bust. It always bursts. The fuck you are talking about?
No, they ain't gonna say, they ain't gonna look at it and say the bubble on the bus. It's called exemption. You behave yourself there. It's called exemption. You ain't gonna say nothing around talk about bubble bus here. It's called exemption. You have to soften it.
Well, God, what you want is wish in this shit. And it would have been proper moving forward for them man to have done an investigation, find out what going on. That was necessary. That is
But them
necessary.
man know what they do. Them man know what they do, Alan.
Yeah,
Investigation and needed when are you imagine you write the rules them. You understand me? And you fuck up. You know what I mean? Oh boy, put that down under the sun, let's see what to go on with that day here when the show get when the tide get high.
Here the thing, mate. An investigation. If you moving like a G, I would say, but it's a G. But when you're telling me about accountability and transparency, and not only that, even if you want to be a G, I still gonna tell you, but you're in a public office. This ain't a private office, G. This is a public office. You understand? It's people put you in there. You well, they just say this when they want your vote. As soon as the election done, you know this done. But when they want your vote, they tell you, I want to serve you. When they man in there, the serving done, they will tell you, I can go up.
But Alan, but you see where be happen, right? When you're in, it's like when you have the power to do what you want, right? You know what I mean? You're gonna help encourage people to believe in what you believe in too, you know. And so me not gonna see no transparency in that, because if you personally believe in something as a person, you know what I mean? You gonna make sure to encourage others who believe that, you know. even if it take you 400 days, 2,000 days, whatever, you won't try, make sure influence that all the time slowly but surely. You check it out because you like what you like. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you, but in terms of the prime minister maybe gonna believe in what he believes in. You know what I mean? I feel like others gonna believe in whatever, and others gonna got no choice but to follow.
I can tell you, I do not believe what the Prime Minister believes in, for sure. Not of all. If the Prime Minister believe his night, if he believe his nighttime right now, I believe it's fucking evening. You understand? I do not believe what the fucking Prime Minister believes. I good.
So that does be the problem. You check it out. That'll be the problem because they don't got their agenda already. You check it out and don't got the followers, so they feel like they could encourage that. You check it out. So sometimes if a man feel like he gender confused, be gender confused too. It's okay. Me gender confused. Yeah. If you feel like you're straight, you know what I mean? Make sure you're straight too. Yeah. I'm just saying, man.
So they're basically a cup of water. They just take any shit.
So what I'm trying to say is, you know what I mean? They try to enforce. They basically want to enforce what they believe in. I don't care what you believe in. So even if they're religious and you're not, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, if you don't believe in God, you're going to hell. But you know, because like if they go out to this, watch out, they have partnership with a lot of countries were aiming to Christianity and religion and all that stuff there. You know what I mean? And if they do, they have a different, you know what I mean? They have a different religion what they believe in.
Taiwan.
Yeah.
And we just get a new representative from them too.
You understand me? And a lot of these people ain't religious. You check it out. So you will find a lot of people who could do better for the country come forward because of what? Because a lot of people don't believe in into the Queen. Nobody into not with the Queen. A lot of people not into them Catholic thing there and all that stuff there. Even me. You check it out. I ain't got a problem with whoever believe in whatever, you know. But for me, you know what I mean? I am not a religious person. You know what I mean? But if you're comfortable with who you believe in, that's what you think. Because guess what? It's like you buy a Nissan car and I got a Toyota. I gonna believe in my Toyota because I gonna come here around the land. You check it out. Even if your Nissan ain't carry you around the land, it carry you close. But I gonna make sure pick you up in my Toyota or make sure you finish your journey too. One time on the road. And that's what me all about.
Like, people just feel like me like Christianity. Right? But I like Christianity, you know. Because if it wasn't for Christianity, I could have never get Christmas. I could have never get Easter. I could have never get Good Friday. All of them days, very important days are home. Make it was with Monday. But yeah. The more holidays what them man want to put in the schedule, the better. They could get some more.
Because a lot of these politicians, they already been to major countries and see what the world is all about and pick and choose what they want to enforce in the smaller ones them. Because they work out by it got a majority percentage of people who doesn't travel and have a televised mind. You check it out? So let me try continue to work on these mind. You check it out? Yeah. Enhance. Enhance more cable channels.
I think you give them man too much credit. But Jason, it's very difficult in life, right? When you grow up with a scheme and being taught something to break out of the mentality there and go on pan a different path, you know? Because really and truly,
and next thing too, we basically colonize ourselves too, as in like in terms of we priorities. If you were going to school if you were going to school from the 90s, come right up to the 2000s, you know what I mean? You used to feel bad when you come a certain position in a test. When you come, like for instance, when you hear first, second, third, and all that stuff, you look at them there as the top students. But when you look at your average basically higher than the person who come first. You know what I mean? But you feel neglected because that person come first in the test. You check it out after the educational system taught you. You know what I mean? Like, don't be like the person who was there on the garbage truck. You know what I mean? Not knowing the garbage man is helping the environment. You know? Oh, you're gonna be a farmer man going to go deal with cow and animal and all that stuff there. So that's why we're gonna be weak in a lot of areas because the teachers have taught us, you know what I mean, to basically be doctors and certain things of superiority. You know what I mean? Rather than being a farmer where, you know, we were helping out our own self and we could have been a lot better today. Up here, the educational system is a lot different still, and it encourages each and every job, regardless of what. So you will find you got a degree, you even work a garbage truck, even to drive a truck or whatever special license, and you gotta go through certain safety classes and all that stuff there. You check it out?
Well,
True that there is like a walk-on job, you know what I mean? And too much hands-on, you know what I mean? You walk out by how, you know what I mean? Don't be this person, don't be that person, but you not even look at the fact of reality. If you left your garbage outside for 2 weeks, you gonna get stink and no garbage truck pick 'em up. And guess what be happen? A neighbor come by you. And guess what they're gonna talk about? You know, see, boy, she nasty. She got she garbage out the 2 weeks. She not plan to clean up she garbage. You know what I mean? The same garbage man. You understand me? What you teach when he was a child, you tell him to come this that. Maybe if you don't come by you because you tell him don't come a garbage man.
so the moral of the story is to come a garbage man.
No, but what I'm saying is, you know what I mean? Like, too much of pride, where be happen now, we let too much of pride take me over. As an individual, you check it out. I'm not saying, watch, you got the pride won't kill you too, you know.
Okay. Well,
You got the pride won't build you.
me not say you're wrong, eh?
Yeah.
That how you watch the thing. But how me watch the thing is in a different scheme. Keep on asking people, what the culture be? What the culture be? And
Mm-hmm.
what me see is fucking Americans. No, them a tell me them not Americans, you know. But then somebody would ask you a question like, okay, even me. When I was in law school, man was asking a man about like specializing, right? So man watch out and this man say, boy, what specialize you talking about? We live in the Caribbean. A man might come in today and he will do. And show you do he will. He walk out by, I got a piece of land I want to do. I got a cousin in a trouble, yes or so. You have to be able to do everything. But a lot of sometimes when you're talking to Nevis people, they might ask you a question like you're an American. You check? A lot of even how they understand like laws and thing is very American. They know more about the fucking American Constitution than our shit. So when me say what is the culture, if we had a culture, a agricultural culture, a culture where we utilize the land, which we used to fucking have it.
Yes.
If we had that, then you would naturally see that people go to the farms. Let me show you an example. Anguilla got boat culture, right? And Tartola got boat culture. When you're a young man in Anguilla or Tartola, you ain't just thinking about buy I want a car, Hannah, some shit, yeah. Them man thinking about boat because they develop that culture there. They do things now to encourage that. When I talking about your political infrastructure have to have a vision and you basically executing the vision. you basically coming up with a thing and you're saying you shaping the culture, yeah? And you're saying this is what this is where you gonna be, and you're incentivizing behavior along those lines. Right now, it seems like the fucking culture is go buy a big truck and go deal with a fucking construction company. No job. You check? Yeah. And sell a lot of fucking food. Everybody's selling fucking food. Yeah.
Just yesterday I was talking to Just yesterday I was talking to somebody who went away and ended up starting to study agriculture, and the type of person, well, maybe I misjudged the person at that point in time, and like the conversation I had with her, it was like, hey, you know what I mean? What got you into agriculture? You know what I mean? Because knowing a girl like you is a nice looking girl, you know what I mean? The type of girl I wouldn't expect you to get your fingers in the dirt and all that stuff. She said, yo, it's something, my body telling me I want to do this. You understand me? And like she ain't doing it from a monetary standpoint, but she just love what she doing, you know what I mean? And she decided to take it on more serious, you know? And she no business about no what nobody got to say or whatever, because that's what makes she happy. Because once you doing a work and it make you happy, you gonna be determined to get up a man in time to do the work on alone.
Okay. Well, you bring up, and that's what Mike say. You see, I agree with you in the part of the ego, in the terms of it got some people, right, who they're good at something. They want to try something, and they feel like somebody gonna judge them, so they don't fucking try this shit. You check. So that part of the ego there, I fucking agree with you with. Because, as I said, people are afraid to look awkward. But me not afraid to fucking fall on and laugh after myself.
But hold on, no, but what be happen now? Everybody, people right now, right? To me, this is what me feel. To me right now, right? You understand me? People feel like we're gonna be the #1 movie capital, right? And somehow they're gonna get a break, eh?
No. I would like to tell the people, if there's anybody who feel like we're going to be the movie capital, no.
But it got people right now feel like they're gonna be a movie capital and this of them break. You know what I mean? Will change the culture. That ain't gonna happen, bruv. You check it out. You know why that ain't gonna happen, bruv? Because our culture is so diluted, right? When the people then come and look at something, you're gonna be so confused. You don't even know what to deliver. Because I gonna feed the same people the same thing that what they left. You check it out, and that ain't gonna work, bruv.
It's like,
Yes, sir.
like people don't feel like I bullshitting with this culture thing, right? But when you look in Culturama and them man wanna tell you cowboys and Indians. Cowboys and Indians? Which fucking part? This is not fucking Montana. You check? This is not fucking Arizona. Ain't no Indians down here, and ain't never had no fucking cowboys down here.
But even if it's cowboys and Indians, you understand me? They know the moral story about it. They know the real story about it, and just allow the story to flow in our bloodstream, and let we pass it on generation to generation, because they know the Indians were the original natives who be
and that's a discussion I was having, because that's what I'm saying. Because I was telling somebody, so they were saying the Caribs, the Calinavos actually were Indians, and I said no, because I said, so where you wanna tell me the Mayans and the Aztec and them and they been an Indian? No, there was their own people, which we call by the name. We don't call the Greeks other names. They call themselves Greek. So them are Greek. How are we going to name people? Them not Indian.
No, as far as me know, natives in him, because up here in Canada, they call them, they're the natives, you know what I mean? These are the people them who been on this land for a long time. You check it out?
Yeah, what me I try to tell you now, if you talk to them, don't let the Canadian them tell you that they name native. What you need to do, you need to get close to them and ask them, what are you call yourself? So you ain't gonna call them native no more. Because what I'm saying is like, imagine if somebody come down here, Kanka Nevis, and say, you are now St. Vincent, you Vincentian now. Then can't do it. You are what you are. We now go by them label, and that's why I say, yo.
But we are going to come to Christopher. We are going to come to Christopher Columbus. Divisions.
Exactly. We need to redefine who we are, and it's a very mixed-up tribe.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like as Buju Banton said, the fool has never been told. You know what I mean. So like we still confused and trying to get to the bottom line. You know, that's why I could tell everybody. You check it out. Somebody asked me, I had a conversation one time, right? And they said, what would you do if you had access to helping the country? You know what I mean? If I have the power to help the country and do whatever. I said I would just help them into higher learning. That's what I mean by higher learning, meaning like to know yourself and know your roots. Because a lot of us don't know our roots. You know what I mean? Because the most roots they would know is who you related to. Like who your grandmother related to, and that's it. You know what I mean? And who your great grandmother be. Luckily, if you got a picture, but it's where we really come from that matter the most. You know what I mean? Your ancestry. You check? What we used to eat. Because saltfish and dumpling ain't a national dish.
I feel you. That one there for sure is stupidness. Watch out. Even when you look at the national tree or wherever it is, the flamboyant tree, but Navy's national, first of all, Navy's national plant or wherever it is supposed to be something productive and something what people deal with. They could have, it should have been mango. It should have been a mango tree, to be fair. If I had to do it, it would be a fucking mango tree.
Yeah, but do we have anything particular of a national dish? It could have been a cavalry fish at least.
Listen, I don't tell you I agree with you. It could have been anything local. But what I feel like it should have been like goat, something with some goat, my boy. Might be, you know.
It could have been something, could have been goat water at least. You know what I mean? Maybe I would have worked with it.
Yeah.
Stew mutton. Jamaica got curry mutton. You know what I mean? We got stew mutton. Guyana got curry mutton. We got stew mutton. Something. You know what I mean?
Because people for real, when people taste big goat water, it's different to how they do that one, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it depends on them things there too. Cause we need to find out the things where we do unique to ourselves. Because you know I might say me I make goat water and you say me I make goat water, and because we come from two different places. That goat water they look different, taste different, everything, you know. You check? So then there are certain things. It's good like when you reach in a space where you see a lot of different people from different countries and so, and you could see, okay, this is how them deal with them things. Because that when you see now. Can we see certain things in the culture which is a big one, eh? But them are fail.
Of course, because as you said, we do goat water different from a lot of countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here, the other Caribbean people, me never see Guyanese do goat water. I see Jamaicans do mannish water.
Yeah.
They do mannish water and ain't specifically goat water. And the way how they cook it, I would never cook it that way. Because ain't so we go doing that cooking there. You check it out because we use everything what we use, the seasoning what we use to make sure the goat water tastes good. You understand me? Come from the ground. I'm not saying all seasoning ain't come from the ground. What I'm saying, like, all natural seasonings. You know what I mean? Me don't see them couple Jamaican up here. You know what I mean? I don't know if that are them way full straightforward, but from what I see, a lot of them don't put in chicken pullet and all the thing they added to goat water and all that stuff there. Yeah.
Somebody makes some goat water for me. I tell you, man, I could see through the water. And you know, man, goat water got in the browning and then thing. The man can't see no man goat water. It's all kind of things, but we got to identify them.
And we got breadfruit too.
I could have believed in the breadfruit, but the reason I make I say mango, right? Mango every fucking way. You know? So country got mango.
Everywhere too.
When me want mango, I ask country people.
When you want breadfruit, just look at the nearest gut. It got papaya and all that stuff too. You know what I mean? Even if you put pork as a national dish because we got wild pig. You know what I mean? We don't cook sauce. We got black hat with the sauce.
Wow. I beg you not call black hat anymore. I've been having to go over here frequently.
Oh yes, man. You know, but people, you know what I mean? There are a lot of things we could utilize in terms of our ground, what we have to produce, what we don't normally produce, you know what I mean? But so much for a national dish that you gotta import the saltfish. Like, me never see a fisherman bringing a saltfish here. And saltfish and dumpling are a national dish. Something where you import. Lord of mercy. We turn the Europeans now. We colonizers now.
I feel like you come back to the same thing where you say in terms of like it's not really like we take a genuine stand and say this is what we like. I feel like we think about it and we say this is what we think this is what we think they like. And it ain't supposed to be like us. I be just supposed to say this is what I be like. And when you come down here, this is where you're gonna eat. And then now we got more standard, I guess, you know, continental breakfast and these where you check diversity to the thing, but the local thing got to depend on it.
But certain things you got to put nationally, where you know when you come certain places, you have to taste this because it help boost the economy also. You know what I mean? Part of boosting the economy. Because guess what? Canada is known for poutine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Canada is known for poutine.
What
fries with gravy. Fries with gravy.
And,
yeah.
And me no really, cause as me I said, this is one aspect of the culture, eh? Because me mean okay. To me get to play a little cricket, right? Against like them bigger country.
Yeah.
When you play against Jamaica, you see the confidence what a Jamaican play with him. And that is Jamaican natural. You not care where you meet a Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
Them fuckers gone confident. You understand? That's what you got to deal with because you're dealing with a Jamaican. When you're dealing with a Trinidadian, you see how them man kind of more loosey, you know? Them are more flowing with them thing. But you still see like the national pride and them man belief in a Trinidad and Tobago. Yo, me not go to all of the island, man. But me just say like when you come to Nevis now and you ask people, no, me know the good ones them, no. Me feel like me identify the thing in a Nevis. Me not say that shit. Richard, coming in for this, I just talking. But I feel like I identify the key the key Nivision feature. Well, like when you're dealing with Nevis people, that's the shit. I was at a fucking party and I just observing the surroundings and I was like, bye. And he just clicky in my mind one time. But I still trying to hear from people because I feel like it's a conversation where we need to be having and being like, because when me say these things is like we need to get a connection to one another. You check? So that we know when it comes to Nevis, boom. Ain't no argument, ain't no this, ain't no that. Everything was gone. Nevis time.
Mm-hmm.
And we are locked apart there right now. We got to be like there has to be some solidarity. You check if we're gonna push forward in certain things and make certain moves. Make the thing more
But
positive.
I feel like you need a reverse psychology implemented a weekend time. And in terms of the food structure. And it has been growing. It was, you know what I mean, through the week, but everything reversed now because where we have now, restaurant are being full. Well, it's a good thing, but in the long run, it also affect you. Remember this, eh? Remember a weekend time we only used to eat hamburger and fries, you know? A weekend time we go to restaurants and get this and that, you know? Now it's every day, you know, you could get that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just so a lot of people, just so you don't have to wait for a holiday to traditionalize your food. You know what I mean? You could also do it on a weekend.
I feel you. I'm waiting to hear what the point you're making, you
know. Because guess what? Remember back then in from my time, I could say my time from the 90s come up, it's all the weekend time. We used to go restaurants. You know what I mean? Now it's every day. Restaurants are at your access. You check it out. So now we have to start encourage and implement, you know what I mean, traditional foods, especially on the weekends. It is there, but not as much.
The people got to decide whatever the fuck they want. So if people want to eat sexy pan the weekend, because you're telling me that, right? But still at the same time, my weekend they got in a lot of local things, you know. So me just feel like it's a preference. Me feel like as you said, me backwards. Because I would more like squeezing something in the week. You check it out rather than wait till weekend because I'm gonna watch the thing and I'm gonna say you kind of pack everybody run to them kind of things. So maybe I'm the backwards.
No, ain't no matter that, you know what I mean? Everybody got their preference, but that just me feeling there because back then, you know what I mean? We used to eat more of our own traditional food through the week. You check it out. No, it ain't happening. That's what I'm saying. All the people have their preference, you know what I mean? But a lot of things need to be encouraged, you know, because guess what? Based on these critical times right now, it is needed. So if you ain't know to turn can, learn to turn can.
But let me ask you a question. Like,
yes.
What local food like us you think need to be more emphasized on the weekend?
It's already been there, but not a lot.
I just don't see how. Okay, I went down SK, right? And I was more over on the peninsula side. And I end up reach down by a thing named Shipwreck.
Yeah.
And by the good vibes about over there is just all the options I got, you know. Things going on, you know. So I don't really see the bye, you just want to eat what you want to eat. Me don't know. Me don't know also.
I like for me. You know what I mean? Me don't got a problem me not gonna probably buying food from people. Me not gonna probably patronize about everything. You know what I mean? But it's just that one me more talking about more of like, you know, everybody into the more American food. You know what I mean? My interest is more of Caribbean food.
No, I'm gonna tell you what is taking place, okay? Because
Yeah.
you're confusing something right now. Okay?
Okay. Go ahead.
Young fucking ladies want the fucking fast food.
The butter chicken?
And they need they fucking whatever fucking jokey food. Cause I'm telling you right now, you're dealing with any kind of big woman. Dealing with kind of jokey food there. But and once again too, that's the next thing too. Like when you're dealing with a woman now, she gonna fucking cook. Generally. You know what I'm saying? So when she going out now, she ain't going on go eat what she cooking. She gone out because she cooking all the fucking time. And she need she need to be taken out. She wanna be on she man's shoulder and wear
how much
this.
how much that you believe I want?
Like big woman going out?
Like that in particular, you know what I mean? Go out because they feel like they should be out, you know what I mean, and treating themselves. You ain't gonna find that because that happen because a lot of that happens so constant now, you know what I mean? You not even know. In terms of if you separate the people who are cooked from themselves, because you attack from a specific standpoint, you know?
And you are not speaking from a specific standpoint. You're speaking from a general standpoint.
Yeah.
Okay. I withdraw my contribution.
Okay. You know what I mean? It's 9:30. You know what I mean? I know one will keep you here all night. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been good. You know what I mean? As I tell you, I wanted to take you back to the 90s and bring you forward a bit, you know what I mean? From the popcorn shot to Knickerbocker days. And we did it, you know? So I just want to big up everybody who tuned in. And it's been the topics. You don't know the Melee edition. Yeah. Somebody inbox me, tell me who the pastor be who thief the money. I inbox Alan too. It look like nobody want to talk. So
yeah,
we go to Jeffers.
If you've been calling him, I would have talked about me. You know. Later, everybody.
So it was fun.
In this world of festivals, Trinidad and St. Kitts are cool link for carnival. Bacchanal, 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 bacchanal. See me then, check this. If you see them pretty girl, come to the Carry, come and just choose a festival. See me then, bacchanal, 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 bacchanal. Them can't wait. We have big carnival, them can't wait. We have big up on you, them can't wait. We have big bacchanal, we have big carnival. Jump up, enjoy carnival time. Them a sit down on a freeway. Enough of them want me. Them a sit down on a watch up. Group up in a bum with a chat. But me not care about nobody. Carnival time when me come on for party. A time when everybody get real naughty. And they get exposed, I get real naughty.